Hi, welcome to Caribou Country Lifestyle. My name is Cheryl and today we are outside on a glorious mid-April day. And the reason I brought you out here was I came out here and started checking out what was underneath my straw, and I noticed that my garlic was coming up. So I definitely wanted to show you that. I also want to show you a few other things that are popping up out of the ground, and getting some leaf growing on some of my little berry bushes and that, and so I just figured, well, I'd bring you along and have you have a little look too. Okay, so here we are. This is the red Russian garlic, and I have quite a few sprouts. I planted 2 rows. I have more, it seems, on the outside row than I do on the inside row, so that's the red Russian. And then if we come down this side, this is the music garlic, and I noticed there 2, 3 shoots on my music garlic also, so super excited about that. And then if I look over here in my circular bed, I don't know, that's where I planted my parsley, and that's the flat leaf parsley, and this was the curled parsley, and it doesn't seem to want to come out of the ground very easily, so I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. I have started seed for both of those. This is my carnations that I started from seed last year, and they made it through the winter. And then I plunked in some bulbs, and I can't remember what kind of bulbs these were. So I have one there, another one coming up here, and another one there. In the middle here, this is where the monk's hood is. So that's why I decided to put these bulbs over here, but I kind of had forgotten about them, so that was a nice surprise. Just wanted to bring you over here. My rhubarb is coming up, just starting to poke through the ground, so that's super exciting. This is my red currant. Now, if I noticed that there is a bit of green coming on here, but those pesky deer, they are just a nemesis to me. So that's my red currant. This is the black gooseberry. That's got some growth on it. And this is my regular gooseberry, and I think I'm going to give it a little bit of a haircut. It hasn't got anywhere near as much growth. It's just starting to have little sprouts on it, but I might give it a bit of a haircut and just cut off some of this dead stuff off of it, and maybe that'll help it along. So this is the front of the house, and in the front here I gave this rose bush a little bit of a haircut. Just took off the dead tips on it and cleaned it up a bit. It just gets little tiny cute little mini roses on it. They're super cute. And then I decided to do this with my hollyhocks just because the deer end up eating the leaves off of it. So of course this is only temporary because it's going to get a heck of a lot bigger than this. I'm not sure which color this is, because I never know until it's flowering. So I have 1 that I've protected, 2, and 3. And then this plant here, I just planted this last fall, and this is a delphinium. And I had read that deer do not like delphiniums. So we're just going to have to wait and see. So I put one on this side of the house, and then I put another one on this side of the house. So it's a, which one is this? It says a Pacific Black Knight delphinium. And over here, just at this retaining wall, This over here is a, oh, what the heck is it called? The Russian sage. So I'm going to prune this back as well. These are all potentillas. I have a white, a yellow, and then a very deep dark yellow. So I have 1, 2, 3 potentillas that need to be pruned. They haven't started, well, actually I see a couple of little green shoots coming on that, but it's not too bad. So I want to definitely give these potentillas a haircut. They can handle a pretty good haircut and it won't affect their growth whatsoever. I also realized I didn't deadhead any of my lilacs, which is crazy. I usually do that, but I think it had a lot to do with that we were hardly around last summer. We went to a lot of shooting matches with Jamie's competitions, and we did a lot of camping, and I just felt like enough wasn't being done around here, and it definitely, you can tell that there wasn't enough being done around here because of that. So I'm expecting that this year will be different. Let me put it this way, I'm really hoping that this year will be different. I've already said I don't want to be doing any major camping outside of, you know, when he has shooting competitions and that type of a thing. I just don't want to be away as much as I was last year. So I just kind of wanted to show you what I had going on. I've already pruned over here. These two are my plum trees, and these 2 plum trees were on the property when we bought the house. We didn't even realize they were plum trees until after 3 years of pruning them. Like, they flowered beautifully, and after 3 years of pruning them and nothing happening, all of a sudden we noticed 3 years ago that this was a plum tree. And they get these beautiful, they start out really green and then they turn kind of a reddy color on the outside, but when you bite into them, they have a yellow flesh on them, and they're just good for fresh eating. I haven't quite figured out what else I could do with them. Maybe I could cook them down, get the pits out of them somehow, because you cannot get the pits. You can't just cut them open like you can with the blue plum. And so we've just been eating them for fresh eating. So I don't know. If you have any suggestions about what else I could do with these plums to be able to process them. I tried canning them in a syrup and they weren't good that way. So either I would have to make like some kind of a plum sauce or maybe a plum jam, but how the heck do you get those pits out of them if they won't come out freely? So I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out. Then I have my sour cherry tree I've already pruned. I have a blue plum that I've pruned, both my elderberries, and I cleaned up my raspberry canes, and then I have a crabapple tree in the very back that I've pruned that one too. So I at least got that much done already this year, so I feel like I'm feeling pretty good about this. I've been sick for the last 2 days, although that's pretty good because I know people, like I ended up getting a cold, and yesterday I was down for the count. I did not go to work. I had a nap in the morning right after I got up basically, and then I had another nap in the afternoon after lunch, and I'm like, I am not a napper. I am one of those people that the only way I can nap is if I'm sick. But if I just went to go lay down and have a nap, all I do is lay there and go, oh, well, I should be doing this, and I should be doing that, and I should be doing this, and then I can't even relax, so I might as well just get up and do all the things that I think I should be doing. So I'm not a good napper. I'm not that person. Anyways, I just want to thank you for joining me, and we'll see you the next time. Bye for now.